Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this discussion, we will be learning about an IPO strategy. A missed IPO is not a missed opportunity. There are many investors or traders, they would have missed allotment in an IPO. And yes, how you can get into that IPO after listing, we will observe certain rules to follow. When we need to enter, or what are the IPOs we need to exit after the listing, we will be learning in our today's discussion. I want every one of you to be very successful in your stock market investing. And apart from understanding about the companies or a stock, either fundamentally or technically, one very important factor to observe in a company is to study the company from a very early stages, or even IPO, initial public offer, right? Yes, just to give you a quick glimpse, IPOs generally will be overvalued or will be issued at a very higher price. Generally, that would be the scenario in 90% and above IPOs. But yes, there are few companies which will be available at a wonderful price, or even apart from price, it makes sense to observe or to keep in our radar from a very earlier stage. So what we will do today, any company which is coming out as an IPO or which is coming as an initial offer, what are some things we need to observe? And even if we apply for that IPO, chances are very high people do not get allotment. That too, for a very good company, chances of getting the allotment is very difficult. So even though we did not get allotment, how we can be in the stock after listing, or how to decide whether it is good to enter or not, we will observe. Contrary to it, you have understood, or you have, based on your research, you felt that this is a good IPO. But after listing, it went on the opposite side of your thought process, or your entire study or your research did not help in that. How to get rid of those IPOs also we will be discussing. First thing, whenever an IPO is launched, on the initial launch day, observe the high and low price of an IPO, right? Yes, on the initial listing day, right? It is called as the listing day. Normally on the listing day, the price and volume is very important. And yes, on the listing day, you get a very high volume on that day. It can be buyers or it can be sellers. So you spot the listing day high and listing day low, because these are the price pointers which will help us to decide the further movement of the stock. So what do you do? As you know about the support and resistance. What is support? Support is your floor is your support, and whatever is your ceiling, the topmost part, is your resistance. For the IPO, on the initial day, the IPO low is your flooring, which is called what? Support zone. And the IPO high on the listing day, whatever point is the high price, that is your ceiling, the top of your room. So this should be clearly spotted on the chart, or you can just make a note of these points. And on that day, as the volumes are also very high, the high and low point is very important. After the listing day, those are called as the follow-through days, right? Follow-through days. After the listing day, if the stock price is either in the sideways zone between your support and resistance, if it is in the sideways zone, or if it is just horizontally moving, you don't take any action. And whenever the stock price on the follow-through days, the later days, if it is able to cross the resistance zone, if it is able to cross the ceiling, for you to understand very easily, right? The ceiling, then it is a buy signal for you. And yes, if it is able to cross within the first 21 days, of the IPO listing, or even within the first 30 days of the IPO listing, that is a very good pointer for you to keep adding that stock and increasing your position. I repeat, after the IPO listing day, when you draw your support and when you draw your resistance, and as the stock is able to cross the resistance and move higher, those are the levels where you add more into the stock. And yes, now there would be a question, sir, why on the listing day only we should be considering the resistance and the support zone? What did we discuss just a couple of minutes before? On the listing day, you get a very high volume, right? And that will be a very, very important trigger for us to focus on the listing day. And when the follow through price is able to cross the resistance with a very good volume, means institutions are also entering into that stock. And there you need to ensure you increase your position also. On the opposite side, when I told you that yes, when you have invested or when you have got allocation into an IPO, and after the follow through day, right, after the listing day, when during the follow through days, if the stock price is falling below the support level, right, below the ceiling, below the support level it falls, that is a trigger point for you to get out of the stock or to exit the stock as soon as possible. There are many investors from the IPO initial day, the stock price going below it, they just wait for the anticipation that yes, it may bounce back, it may reverse, but it will be a continuous journey of falling back, falling down. There are many examples, be it your LIC, Paytm, many recent IPOs also are such kind of an examples, right? So now what we will do, whatever we have discussed now, let us observe in the chart, both on the positive as well as the negative kind of an examples we'll discuss, right? So if we go through the trading view, right? Go through the trading view. Now, what did I discuss? IPO listing day high and low, you should draw a support and resistance zone, right? Support and resistance zone. Let me take an example of Hariom pipe, right? Hariom pipe. So now, yes, this is an IPO which got listed in April 2022, right? In April 22. And on the listing day, right? On the listing day, you see a very good volume, right? Very good volume that has been coming. And the listing day high is 230. The green line, which is the resistance we have drawn. Just go to your trading view. In the trend line tools, draw the horizontal line. You have your resistance line here. Similarly, on the support, right? You go to your trend line tools, your horizontal line, this red line is your support, right? You have 215 as the IPO listing day low and 230 is the IPO listing day high. So as long as the stock is in this zone, right, you don't take any action, or if it is coming below the support zone, with below the red line, you should be very, very cautious, and it makes sense to exit out of the stock also, right? Even if you see from here on 21st of April or even 22nd, 23rd of April, when it is coming down, even if you exit out of the stock in this entire period, you did not lose anything, and it's good to be out of the stock below the IPO listing day low. And when do we observe or when do we enter it more? When it is crossing the resistance zone, this green zone. And what did you observe here? In August, right? In August, it was able to break above the resistance zone. And here, when it is breaking the resistance with a very good volume, means more number of investors or institutions are entering into the stock. So this is one good opportunity for you to be more into the stock. And yes, you can continuously average up your positions, right? You can continuously average up your positions. Now, we will also discuss on the opposite view of it, let's say LIC, right? Life Insurance Corporation of India. Yes, there are many investors, as this is a very common known company, have entered during the IPO, right? And yes, on the same day, on the IPO listing day, we have had our support, which is the red, and the resistance zone green. And as you observed, in the next 2-3 days, on 19th May, or even on 20th, or even 21st May, it came completely below the support zone. Completely below the support zone of this red line. And this is the time where you need to exit out of the stock, right? Where you need to exit out of the stock. And yes, if you have been following this rule or following this strategy very diligently, you would have avoided this entire carnage, right? You would have avoided this entire carnage or this entire fall, right? Entire fall. And this can be applied for any IPOs or any companies which are listing. Even in the recent IPOs, any IPOs you can apply. The principle is very, very simple, right? The principle is very simple. On the IPO listing day high, you draw your horizontal line, which is your resistance or which is your ceiling of your room. On the listing day low, you draw your horizontal line, which is the support or ceiling or your flooring of the room, right? Your support and resistance is very clear. On the next days, on the follow-through days, if it is moving above the resistance zone, followed with a strong volume, is giving you more consideration for you to add more, increase your positions. And if it is breaking down below the support zone, and if you see more number of sellers also, right, red volumes building up, it is a clear indication for you to move out of it, right? To move out of it as early as possible, right? As early as possible. And yes, these are some rules, right? These are some rules. And as you have observed in one of the practical example here, even if you come out of this stock below the support zone, what did we discuss? We do not marry a stock, but we date a stock. So whatever you have exited, it's not that you forget for life. Whenever it is again rebouncing and when it is coming above the resistance zone, you can again re-enter. You always have the opportunity to again enter into a stock. But the rule of investing is cut your losers ASAP, as soon as possible, and add into your winning positions more. Position sizing, right? You have to increase your positions for the winning sectors or the winning stocks, or when the stock is in the trending zone, you have to increase it, right? Good.